develop the game, and then I sell it to a publisher. But this one is different. For years, I'd been wanting to create as authentic a horror video game as I could. Growing up, I couldn't get the tales of Elizabeth Bathory out of my head.
So this woman, she was real?
Well, the element of truth is always a frightening component to a game.
Alright, so Stay Alive is a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm a huge horror fan, and as far as horror movies go, this one is less than perfect. But the idea that Stay Alive presents is one of my all-time favorites. The basic concept is that if you die in the video game, then you die in real life. Now think about that. Recollect on all the times you have died in various games that you've played. Now imagine dying the same way in real life. I just gotta say that I've been through some pretty fucked up deaths in video games, including, but definitely not limited to, getting pushed into lava. Getting shot in the head. And of course, accidentally touching these fucking baseballs that just so happen to be everywhere. The thought of actually having my life end the same way is truly frightening. By the way, I highly suggest you watch the film before the rest of this video, because I will be spoiling damn near everything right off the bat. So the movie starts out with this dude Loomis beta testing the game, and unfortunately he ends up at the game over screen pretty quickly. He then walks around his house, goes upstairs, and promptly gets murdered. Get this, in the same way that he died in the game. What a shocker. And the rest of this movie is his group of friends playing the game and then getting killed off. Essentially, it's a slasher film using the legend of Elizabeth Bathory as inspiration. This movie has a bunch of references and shots of actual games. Granted, some of the banter is completely wrong, but at least they got the Konami code right.
I just figured out how to strip one of those zombie concubines naked.
That is what I'm talking about. How do you do it?
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA.
Boobs.
Not only that, but there's this wall-sized poster for Steam Boy, which I thought was the original Steam machine, but it's actually an anime film that came out in 2004. Now, the acting in Stay Alive is shoddy at times, and all the side characters are stereotypes. You got Abigail, the love interest and new gamer, Phineas, the douchebag, along with his goth sister named October, insert fall pun here. You got Swink, the geeky kid who talks way too fast. There's Hutch, the main character with a deep dark past. Oh, and you can't forget Miller, the boss guy who literally hired Hutch to help him beat video games.
You know what? Have a seat. Enjoy yourself, okay? Alright, listen to me now, okay? I hired you for one reason, okay? And one reason only. Now, the walkthrough says I dumped the ammo on the boss dies.
I'm sorry, we're not still talking about Silent Hill 4, are we?
Well, yes.
And here's a quick sidebar. Samira Armstrong, the actress that plays Abigail, actually isn't a fan of video games, or this movie for that matter. There was an MTV article in 2006 stating that she actively avoids thinking about Stay Alive, so I actually think she was a good casting choice for that character. Now, aside from the fact that the characters take way too long trying to confidently understand what's going on, the overall pacing of the movie is pretty decent, but it is obnoxiously loaded with jump scares. I mean, watch this. That's the very first thing you see when watching this movie. It seems Hutch is going towards his door and looking through the peephole to see who it is, and oh my god, it's Frankie Muniz. And actually, in all honesty, Frankie Muniz's performance as Swink is the best in the movie, hands down. He delivers rapid lines of intricate dialogue with ease, even when they're poorly written.
This is why I'm missing my Saturday morning G4 Tech TV weekend wrap-up.
But the thing is that critics hated this movie. And the catchphrase, if you die in the game, you die for real, was way too easy to make fun of. But I'm not just gonna sit here and pick apart this film, we'd be here all day. I like the movie, but it's not a cinematic masterpiece by any means. The actual reason I'm talking about Stay Alive is because it created the perfect opportunity for a video game tie-in. It could have been the movie license game to end all movie license games. The combination of grotesque enemies, enemies, dark scenery, along with its slasher theme is something my overstimulated, bloodthirsty brain craves. As soon as I saw this movie, all I wanted to do was play the game. And now that I think about it, the game could be made multiple ways, seeing as how Stay Alive actually switches perspectives a lot. In the beginning of the movie, it's shown as a first-person survival like Amnesia, then later it switches to a third-person shooter, and then at one point when the whole crew is playing, it looks like an isometric action game like Torchlight, except for, you know, with blood-soaked undead children. Maybe Platinum Games should take a crack at this. They're pretty good with the whole perspective switching thing. Every now and then I still check to see if anyone has attempted to actually create this game. There's been some whispers of people attempting to replicate Stay Alive. The first video I saw was in 2009 by a user aptly named The Games You Wanted, and it goes over a Stay Alive competition, which had no original gameplay but instead used clips from the movie, along with some text popping up on screen hyping people up. Then in 2012 there was a SWAT 3 mod, which was a level based on the movie, but it was really bare bones and obviously not a serious attempt. The most promising though was a post on ModDB by a fan of the movie trying to assemble a team to make an Unreal Tournament mod replicating the game, and that's a decent fit seeing as how Unreal Tournament is actually referenced multiple times in the movie. There's a cardboard ad for Unreal Tournament 2 in the game store that the cop goes to, and then of course there's this line of dialogue.
Did you guys grow up together?
We met playing on Unreal Tournament online. You know, on Unreal Tournament, right? You don't play.
Anyway, this post had screenshots of concept art, layout plans, and a folder of some source material that he was planning to use as a reference. But somewhere along, things changed, and it went from an Unreal Tournament mod to a Left 4 Dead 2 mod, and it was going to be made in Unity 3D. And although it says the mod was released in 2013, there has still been no downloadable file. There's also a YouTube video titled Real Stay Alive Game about this specific ModDB post. The creator of the video commented 1 year ago stating that the game is still being made, but let's just say I don't think it'll be finished anytime soon. There are other little videos and blog posts about the intentions of making a full version to Stay Alive, but from what I could find, no one has even come close. And if they have, then it hasn't been made public yet. I have patiently waited for 11 years to play a game that just doesn't exist. When the movie came out, the game had way better graphics than the systems they were playing on could handle, and the whole game looked like a cutscene, mainly because it was. But the thing is that now it can actually be done. Not only can there be a replication of the Stay Alive game shown in the movie, but it could be done with better graphics, better movement, and more fluid controls. This game could be made in fucking VR right now. And listen, if there was a full version of Stay Alive for virtual reality, I would go out and buy a VR system immediately. The point I'm making is there is a market for this game. People want to play this, and I understand that the rights to Stay Alive are most likely protected by law, and attempts at making the game could be hit with a cease and desist notice, but I just want someone to make it that far, because then even the game could be quote-unquote underground like they say in the movie. I just want to play this fucking game. Yo, what's up, dude? You gotta check this game out. You know Stay Alive, the movie? They actually made the game. I'm fucking astonished, dude. I've been playing it for hours. This bitch just came out of nowhere and fucking cut my beard off. My fucking bloody body's laying there. It's crazy, dude. You gotta play it. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know it's late. Yeah? Yeah, I'll go fuck myself, alright. Fucking please, we gotta talk about this game. This game is the revolution in gaming. This is the next evolution in gaming. You guys do not understand. This is the best game to ever be made. Fuck those leaves. There's been some weird shit going on though. Like, I've been hearing voices and shit. There's stuff going on that I can't fully explain. Like, there's people in the corners of my eyes. And if you... Did you hear that? Fuck that! Nope!
Run, bitch! Run! Gotcha, bitch!